It's got the fastest Android processor till date, a 144Hz display, not to mention RGB to the back. This is the ROG Phone 3. And today we're gonna unbox it and take a close look. Hey guys, Ash here from C4eTech, and if you do find this video useful, please consider subscribing and turning on notifications by hitting that bell icon. Let's now get started. Like last year's ROG phone, this new one also comes in this cool pyramid-shaped box. Sliding open the top, we have the phone itself. Picking it up using the pull tab and taking off the protective plastic wrap, this is the ROG Phone 3. First impressions, the back looks more subtle and less gamery than its predecessor. We still have a sizable ROG logo, but this time there are no exposed vents. In place of that though, we have a new venting system which we'll get to in a bit. Now tucked under the top part of the lid is an Aero Active Cooler 3. The lid also opens up to reveal a box and the Aero case. This isn't your typical clear plastic case. Instead, we have a hard plastic shell that covers the fragile parts of the phone while still showing off the design. Pretty cool. We then have a stylized SIM ejector pin, some ROG stickers, a 30-watt fast charger, a headphone jack to USB Type-C converter. So yeah, there is no 3.5mm jack here sadly. These little rubber pieces are extra covers for the side Type-C port. They are so teeny tiny that Asus expects us to lose them. So nice to see extras in the box. Finally, we have a Type-C to Type-C cable. Now this here's the Indian retail box. We got this a little later, so we'd shot almost the entire video by this point. So here's a quick look at everything that's included in the Indian retail box. And that's it for the unboxing. Let's now get back to the phone itself. Picking it up, there's no mistaking the ROG Phone 3 for anything else. In hand, you can feel it's different. Look at it. We have the typical ROG camera set up to the back, and while the design is more simplified and minimal, we still have those aggressive lines. And there is this big bold ROG logo that lights up. The exposed venting has been replaced with a tiny hole, but Asus has added a transparent portion through which we can peek in at the big heat dissipation grill under that Gorilla Glass 3 backplate. So by now, you guys might be getting the idea. Even though we have Gorilla Glass 3 to the back, 6 to the front, and a metal frame holding it all together, this isn't your typical glass sandwich design. In fact, that becomes even more clear as we look at the rest of the placements. The power and volume keys are positioned to the right. Underneath the power button there is a mic, and at the top and bottom edges we have the new ultrasonic buttons, the AirTrigger 3. Up top we have mic number 2, the dual SIM slot and 2 side-mounted USB Type-C ports can be found to the left. And finally the bottom, here's where you find the USB Type-C port and mic number 3, the primary one. By the way, we have one more mic on board and that's beside the camera bump. So what about the speakers then? Well, there are dual front-firing speakers flanking this elegant 6.59-inch AMOLED panel. Yes, there's quite a bit of bezels, especially to the top and bottom, but as a gaming phone, I understand Asus wanting to provide us something to hold on to while gaming. Now this is a typical AMOLED panel. We get inky blacks and amazing contrast. It even gets awfully bright and comes with HDR10+ certification. Also, it's really refreshing to not have a notch or punch hole while consuming content, and those Dirac HD speakers, they can get real loud. Good bass, stunning visuals. The real icing on the cake here is the 144Hz refresh rate. And when you combine that with the 270Hz touch sampling, everything feels very fluid. And why wouldn't it? Especially when you have a Snapdragon 865 Plus on board. Yep, this is the first 865 Plus, so the most powerful chip on the Android side of things. Now that's coupled with a close to stock interface, and what we should get here is one of the fastest experience on any Android device out there. In the time I spent with it, everything from scrolling around the menus to app opening animations, it was all silky smooth. We get 8 gigs of LPDDR5 RAM and 128 gigs of super fast UFS 3.1 storage. This is a gaming phone, right? So let's talk about gaming. And we have more of the same here. And the performance continues with the Adreno 650 handling most titles like PUBG at the highest settings without even breaking a sweat. Now, not a lot of games can support 144Hz refresh rates, but Real Racing 3 happens to be one that can. And oh boy, was playing games on the ROG Phone 3 an absolute treat. The new shoulder buttons can be split into two, so we have a variety of different ways to configure them, and we even have one extra button where we can shake the screen to perform an action. For example, in PUBG, you could shake the phone to reload, which kind of gives an extra fun frantic element to the gameplay. Now talking about gameplay and gaming, we should be able to game for quite a while here as the ROG Phone 3 retains the 6000 mAh battery of its predecessor. The 30-watt fast charger from last year makes its return. Asus claims it can go from 0 to 4500 mAh in 46 minutes. To put that into perspective, that's basically full charge for the S20 Plus. Anyway, having such a high capacity battery does come with its own downsides. The entire phone is quite hefty at 240 grams, and the slippery glass back doesn't do it any favors either. Now, as amazing as all the hardware can be, it's all for naught without great software to back it up. And frankly, that's where Asus shines. The interface on the ROG Phone 3 is basically stock Android 10 with some Asus customizations thrown in. We have a great looking always on clock. There's a very gamer focused ROG UI look that gives us a dark mode along with redesigned icons, and of course, not to mention the several modifications that Asus has made to get the most out of this fantastic hardware on the device. Both X Mode and Armoury Crate make a return here, and so does Game Genie. We can still record or stream gameplay right from the phone itself, and Asus has come to the party with a full new range of accessories for the ROG Phone 3. Now, Asus has committed to supporting most ROG Phone 2 accessories with the ROG Phone 3 and vice versa. This shows that they are in it for the long haul and are looking to create a sustainable ecosystem, and that is great news for gamers in general. Outside of gaming, we can use the AirTriggers 3 to summon Google Assistant or open any other app. The light and hard squeeze features from ROG Phone 2, they also make a return here, and this time we even have an in-display fingerprint sensor embedded under the AMOLED panel. We also have 5G support thanks to the 865 Plus processor, but unfortunately that's not something we can take advantage of, at least for the time being. Moving on to the cameras, they've not been upgraded. We get 3 sensors instead of 2. The primary is Sony's 64 megapixel IMX686. It's paired with an f1.8 lens. As expected, under good lighting conditions, it takes sharp looking pictures, vivid colors, and the dynamic range, it seems really good. Asus has even included a night mode here, and it comes in quite handy for low light photography. The other 2 cameras are a 13 megapixel ultra wide and a 5 megapixel macro. Initial impressions do seem promising. As for selfies, we have a 24 megapixel sensor. Honestly, I'm quite impressed with what Asus has managed with the cameras here. They've even thrown in a pro video mode and 8K capture, so this isn't just a gaming phone anymore. The ROG Phone 3 is a proper flagship in most regards, and that means the price goes right back up. At least that's what Asus have indicated. Now, as of shooting this video, we have no official confirmation of the price, but once I do get to know it, I will let you guys know via a pinned comment, of course. Now, by the time this video goes live, I'm sure you would be aware of the pricing. So do let me know what you guys think of the ROG Phone 3, the price, the performance, the specs. Let's talk everything ROG Phone 3 in the comment section below. I look forward to seeing you all there. And with that, I guess we get to the end of this video. Thumbs up, thumbs down based on whatever you felt about it. Also subscribe and turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon if you haven't yet. And thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, my name's Ash. You've been watching C4E Tech, and I'm signing off for now. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.